I am riding the struggle bus right now. Like, if that bus was going through Sevilla, I'd be on it. This camera is on a windowsill right now, and I'm sitting on 3 pillows just to try to be at the same height as the camera. When you don't have a tripod, this is what happens. You're on a chair. You're on a high chair. Is this good? Can you see me? I have no idea. Alrighty, tidy. Okay, hi, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a little sit-down vlog today because I haven't been doing any traveling lately, so I don't really have anything to post, and some people have been asking me what my thoughts are since coming back to Sevilla for semester 2, so figured I'd film this vlog and give you guys an update. So when I came back to Sevilla, I always take a bus from the airport to my house, so I was on the bus and everyone's speaking Spanish around me and I'm just like, we're home! It was so nice because I was in France for a month and a half, so I was hearing a lot of French, which I'm not as comfortable with, so coming back to Sevilla and hearing a lot of Spanish was really nice. So when I got off the bus, I was walking to my house, walking across the bridge, and I'm looking around and kind of noticing that I don't know anybody. I know Rocio, my host mom, but I don't have any friends here, and pretty much just starting new, starting fresh. Which is like good, because at least I have an opportunity to meet new people, but kind of sucks at the same time. And it was, not gonna lie, kind of depressing, like just walking into Sevilla and not knowing anybody and having to meet new friends and do the whole thing all over again. It's really weird. So when I was walking through Sevilla, it actually felt like a ghost town. Like, even though there were tons of people swarming around me, busy city, it felt really lonely at the same time, and it definitely still feels weird. I mean, I've had a couple days of class, so I've had an opportunity to meet some new friends already, but like coming back to a place that's so familiar and a place that I love so much, but not having all the people here, it's like, it's just really weird. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation like that before. Probably not, because it's not often that you go back to a place you're so familiar with and all the people are gone. Like, when does that happen? Everyone just conveniently moved out at the same time, but that's what happened here. So I honestly did not think about that at all. Like, that was not something I had factored into having problems with being abroad for a year. Like, everyone's like, oh, being abroad for a year is gonna be so hard, you're gonna miss everyone at home and everything. I didn't even think about the fact that I would miss my friends from last semester. Like, that was not part of my plans, my mental preparation. Like, walking through the city, everything looked exactly the same, all the buildings look the same, and it's super warm here, and all the oranges are out on the trees, and it's beautiful, and it smells like flowers outside, and it's so lovely, but it's just weird at the same time because everyone's gone. Like, thinking back to last semester, it honestly feels like a dream. Like, it feels like it never really happened because I'm here now again. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, let's just do the same thing again. If last semester was so good, like, this semester can be the same, but this semester is going to be so different. I'm sure it'll be amazing at the same time in a different way, but last semester can't happen again because those people who were here with me last semester are never going to be here again, like, all together. So it's just really not the Sevilla I know when all the people are gone. It's a whole new Sevilla, even though everything looks the same. It's hard to explain. And I've said before that I want this semester to go by fast, and whenever I say that, everyone's always like, what do you mean? Like, you just want to go home? You're not looking forward to this semester? And that's not what I mean. I mean that I want it to go by fast because when something goes by fast, it means that we're enjoying it and we don't want it to end. You know, like, if you're enjoying something, it's always going to go by fast. If you're not enjoying something, it's always going to go by slow. I think that's a good rule to go by. So if I want it to go by fast, that means I'll be having the time of my life. So I just really want it to go by fast so that I just lose track of time, and I don't want it to be the sort of thing where I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I just want this week to be over, I want this week to be over, everything's going so slow, like checking my watch every 2 seconds. One thing that is a little bit different is that I'm only taking 2 days of class this semester, so I only have class on Mondays and Wednesdays. So my weekend is longer than my school week because I have 5 days off and 2 days. Usually it's the opposite, right? Usually we have 5 days of work Monday through Friday and then 2 days for the weekend. But for me, it's the opposite. I have 2 days of work and 5 days of weekend. Don't judge me. But I did that on purpose, not to just sit around and slack off, but so that I can have a longer weekend to travel, because it really doesn't make that much sense when you leave to travel on like a Saturday or like Friday night and then you come back on Sunday. It's like 2 days of travel. Like, you might as well stay there for a bit longer. So I wanted to only have classes Mondays and Wednesdays so that I can travel on Thursday and then come back Sunday. So that gives me 4 days of travel time. But yeah, I was thinking the other day, I don't even remember how I went about making friends last semester. I think it was because of just the excursions that my program offers. But I was sitting in class trying to make friends with people, and I'm like, how do you do this? Like, what am I supposed to talk about with these people? But I'm looking forward to having a hopefully busy semester. I'm planning on traveling to London and Ireland and hopefully France again, and some other places to visit people, and some other people are going to come here to visit me. So I'm super excited, and I hope I'm busy every weekend. Hope I'm not just sitting around for four days, but it really is nice only having class 2 days a week. It's so worth it to have a long weekend. Like, it kind of sucks having class for 10 hours on Mondays and Wednesdays and coming home at 9 p.m., but I'll take it. Another thing is that I feel like my Spanish improved when I was in France, which doesn't make any sense because I was not speaking Spanish. So obviously my Spanish didn't improve, but I don't know why I feel that way. I think because I was in France trying to speak French, my French isn't very good, kind of just struggling every day. And then coming back here to Spain, where my Spanish, I feel so much more confident with my Spanish, that I feel like now I realize that, oh, my Spanish is a lot better than I thought it was, and I feel more confident with it now because I can kind of put it into perspective more and realize how good I really am at Spanish. And now I kind of realize, okay, you have a reason to be confident and speak. Yeah, I can say like almost anything I want to say in Spanish, which feels so nice because I didn't realize that was the stage I was at before, because I think I was just so deeply involved and kind of buried in the Spanish life and all these fluent speakers around me, and a lot of my friends last semester were fluent, so I was constantly comparing myself to them and not thinking, okay, Jenna, look at how far you've actually come and realize that your Spanish is actually a lot better than it ever was, even though it's not at the level of these native speakers. I don't think it'll ever be at that level. It still has improved a lot, so I have to not be so hard on myself. So when I came back to Sevilla, that first night I was watching TV with my host mom, Rocio, and we were just watching the news, I think, or like a game show, and I was understanding like almost everything they were saying without even really having to think about it. And that must have been the stage I was at before I left for France, but I just didn't really realize it. I think I just kind of took it for granted, whereas now I'm like, oh my god, my Spanish is actually really good to be able to understand like everything you're watching on TV. Because when I was in France and they'd put on the TV, I just would space out the entire dinner. I'd just eat my dinner and then I'd just think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like, I didn't even really try because I was like, this is so hard to understand. Like, I could understand maybe like 50% of what they were saying, but my French is just not where my Spanish is. So then coming back here and watching TV here, like the same sort of situation where I'm watching TV in another language, I can compare the two languages and see, oh wow, my Spanish actually is good. So that's another one of the things that I realized upon coming back for my second semester. Also in school, all the other Americans that are in classes with me are like, where's this classroom? Where's that classroom? Because the building's really big and I feel like such a pro. I'm just like, oh, down there, down there. One kid was like, which direction is this plaza? And I was like, go down there, take a right. It's right down there. You'll see it in like 5 minutes. And been here, done that. So I don't want to make this video too long, but basically I just wanted to express the fact that it feels weird coming back to such a familiar place, but without all the familiar people, as well as the fact that I think my Spanish has improved, and hopefully it'll continue improving throughout the semester. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's not like 20 minutes long like some of my other videos, like my vegan videos. So if you want to find out how I've been eating vegan in Spain, go watch that one. And be sure to leave comments down below and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll be posting some more travel vlogs. Yeah. All right, time to get off my high chair. This is actually pretty comfy, like sitting on 3 pillows. I think I flattened them, but okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.